Hello everyone, my name's Bottletophornet and welcome to Satisfactory. This is just an introduction video for those who've never seen this game, where I will go over the basics and premise of the game and essentially condense the tutorial to get you all up to speed. So let's jump on in. When you start a new game, you'll be presented with 4 starting areas to choose from. These are actually all part of the one game map, but represent areas that are very far from each other and vary in difficulty. So we have our grass fields, the easiest of the starting areas and the one where most new players will want to start. And then increasing in difficulty for starting out, we have the rocky desert, the northern forest, and finally the dune desert. These all represent more environmental challenges than the ones before, and are better for those who understand the mechanics of the game and maybe starting a second or third playthrough. You can skip the intro to the game, but that's what this video is for. We'll condense down the first hour or so of the game tutorial so that once we start the Let's Play, everyone's up to speed. Once loaded in, the game tutorial will go over the basic premise of the game for you. That is, you are to produce items for Fixit, the company that's sending you to this planet. You need to construct machines for production, explore the landscape to search for new discoveries, and overall expanding your factories for automation of construction. You are sent down to the planet at the starting area that you chose, and once you exit your drop pod, Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, will guide you through the basics of the game and prepare you to start building on your own. First thing to do is dismantle your drop pod for the initial materials to set up your hub. From there, it's time to find a good place to start out. I suggest grabbing some basic materials as you explore, such as leaves and healing items like berries and nuts. Equip your defense tool in case you run across some of the local creatures. Then, we begin our scanning for ore deposits. Iron is the most basic and important of these, and is used in many recipes throughout the game. Just watch out for those creatures I was talking about. Finding these ore deposits in their varying qualities is how you obtain yourself more and more materials throughout the game. The further into the game you get, the more materials you will require, and so exploration becomes key for expansion. Once you have a good spot near some essential resources, placing down your hub will get you started on the process of unlocking buildings to begin automation. But at first, crafting manually is all you can do. This process will help you understand the different items used for building, and also move you through the initial tier 0 of the hub, sending you on errands to teach you the basics of gathering materials, early mining, and some general mechanics of the game. After some time manually crafting the items you require and moving through the hub upgrades, you will have the building blueprints and items required for truly starting a factory. By placing down a miner on a resource and connecting it to power that burns the biomass we collected earlier, you begin to produce power, and in turn, resources become automatically gathered. Power is one of the biggest components of this game, and being on top of your power production becomes very important. So now that we're mining ore, a smelter can be connected to the miner using a conveyor belt, and the ore will then be smelted into ingots automatically. And I think you see where this is going now. Ingots are then further sent to constructors to begin making basic items you previously crafted manually. And all of a sudden, you free up the time that you would have previously spent manually crafting all of these to use in exploring and building more of your factory, while those machines provide you the materials for expansion. Over time, these basics will expand into ever more complicated production lines, and you'll master the art of automation. Or at least that's the idea. Sometimes it's hard to avoid a little manual crafting. With all that said and done, hopefully I've caught you up on the basic premise of this game, and I look forward to playing through the rest of it with all of you. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, leave a like, maybe send it to a friend that might be interested in starting their own playthrough, and with that, may your day be satisfactory, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye guys.